Hi everyone, welcome to our live event, our live update today. I'm trying to adjust this a little bit so I'm just not a floating head on your screen there. Maybe that's a little bit better. Thought we'd take a minute to do a couple things. Oh, Melissa, do you want to bring the boot?
Oh yeah. But
Yeah. No, we're good. We got it set up. Melissa's gonna jump on here pretty soon. Hi, Blamama says hello. Hi guys. So a couple things. One is I was busy working all day today, filming the next episode of the General Store series. If you haven't checked out the video I posted this morning, I think it was episode 4. We start really tearing through and getting some of the mold and the gross stuff out of that building. It is coming along. We are still well. It's officially mine now, which is nice. We own it. The previous owners were nice enough to let us get in there and start working on it prior because they weren't using the space a whole lot. So there's Melissa joining
Hi
us.
everyone.
So it's been a lot of work already, and today Hans was helping us out, and he was lifting off the rotted floor in the back room, and I looked at him and I said, "This feels just like being out in Provost at the Potter's house again, doesn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah." Oh, he's actually out at the general store. We're letting him crash there tonight. So the first human from our client staying there. And I was thinking, well, he's going to be representing us in the neighborhood for an evening. And he came out like a wild caveman with his hair all over and his shirt off because it was really warm out today, and he was yelling at neighbors, "How's it going?" I thought, that's fine. He's a friendly guy.
Yep.
So Hans is in the picture and he's helping us out. Let's see. Okay. A couple things. One, we've been getting some letters from you guys. One we had from Shar, the toaster lady, the Oregon toaster lady, who wrote me and said that she found a Model C3 see-through toastolator. She found that at a yard sale for, I think she said she paid $20 for it, and it's sold on eBay for $5,000. So way to go, Shar. That's a really cool story. We like hearing your stories and like hearing what you guys are up to. We also had a gentleman, Robert Pendleton in Lydwood, Washington. And he makes the coolest little birdhouses. So I'm going to give him a free little plug there because he sent us these little birdhouses. But look, he takes boots. And I'm Canadian, so that's how I say boot. I don't know. I can't say it anyway. Put your shoe on your foot. Put your cowboy shoe on your foot. That's your cowboy boot right there. So that's a little one. But look, it's got a little hole for a little bird in there. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking out Melissa's face. I don't mean to do that. And he put a motorcycle license plate on the top of this one because it's just little. He calls himself Hillbilly Inc. I don't know if that's reading backwards. Okay, sorry about the lagging there. There's pretty bad storm happening right now. Is it back up? Are we live?
Yeah.
We're good to go? Okay. The booth upstairs tells me that we're good to go. Look, there's a big one. This is like a... Yikes, okay. Well, that's the lagging is kind of coming and going, probably because we're in the middle of a tornado watch right now, and the weather can affect our signals, I think. We just had hail that, I kid you not, was we had one hailstone. What was it, like about 4 inches across?
Well, not that big. It was like it looked.
It was like that big. It was a big
It looked
hailstone.
huge. It was. Well, you put a picture of it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. The one Melissa had, I don't know. Did you take a picture of it?
No.
Okay.
Well, I took a picture of it looking like tree rings, like as it was melting.
Yeah, I took a picture of a handful of hail. I had to get off the phone with insurance because both of our cars, her Volvo and my little station wagon, both got some hail damage on it, sadly. And I was watching this storm roll in, and I went, boy, I sure hope the hail doesn't hit our cars. And then yeah, it did.
It did. It sounded like somebody hucking baseballs at the house.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I should take them out and show them the dent in your car. I'll see if I can take you on a field trip. You guys up for a field trip? Okay.
You're going if you are.
You're going
not.
on a field trip. Haven't checked the ambulance. After the live feed, I'm going to go. The ambulance is parked over at our store.
Yeah, somebody said they were looking for it when they drove through.
Yeah, because we haven't been at the store a whole lot lately because I've been busy working on the other store. So I've been leaving the ambulance parked there so people can check it out. Oh, I'm going to need shoes because it was raining outside. We'll go out the door and around the corner. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna flip it around. So this is Melissa's little car. And I don't know if you can see that. It was big hail. That's not gonna come out too easy. Well, mind you, they have those paintless dent removals, but look at this one. That just happened today. That was a hailstone that did that. That's nuts. So her roof, you can't even really see the storm has kind of moved that way. So those people are getting what we had here right now. But look, there is one there. Kind of see it in the roof there, right there. Overall, her roof isn't too bad. She's got a sunroof and stuff, so it's not looking too shabby. Was looking at my little car over here, and it's got, you can kind of see there's like little dents and imperfections you can kind of see there, and they're kind of all over the place. Not too bad though, except I've got a couple in the hood that aren't great. Like that one, you can see that. And that one there. I don't know how, I'll have to check with Josh and Coda and see how they're doing. I'm sure his truck, and Josh's truck is like a work of art, by the way. If you've never seen pictures of his truck, he draws on it, all over it. So it's pretty cool. If you've never seen it, you should get him to post a picture of his truck on Instagram sometime, because it's kind of fun to watch and see. Yeah, but I posted on Instagram a picture of the hail that we got here, a handful, and they were all like golf ball size hailstones. It was pretty bad. Let's see, is there any any questions that I need to answer now?
Somebody said their brother had a Dodge Colt and it was dented by falling acorns.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
that must be thin steel if your Dodge Colt gets dented from acorn falling on it. But filming it out the window as it was happening. But one of them was massive, and I threw it on the pavement to just see if it would blow apart, and it didn't. It just bounced like it was a golf ball. So it doesn't surprise me that Melissa's fender got dented as bad as it did.
Gordon said they didn't get any hail in Riverbend. I guess just like where Scott and Tash are. They're not far from here either, and they didn't get hail either.
Oh, yeah, we kind of got, excuse me, a little cough. We got the tail end of the hail. Like, we had a little bit of rain, and it was mostly, it just started hailing before it was raining.
Yeah,
it was like
came
hail
all at the
just
same time.
sputtering down, yeah.
Like it was like 2 minutes of crazy, and then it just stopped, and then we ran out and picked up all the hail because it was exciting.
Yes. So okay, here's the news on what's happening with us and with the channel. As you may know, we got the general store. Yay! And yeah, the general store is, the main part of the store is really nice. It doesn't need much. You guys might have seen the shelving that we put up. Josh and Jacoda did a great job. That's the shelves that Patrick and I went out to reclaim from another general store, which was like, those shelves are probably from about 1899 to 1905. They're super old. The address was written on the inside of one of the bins, and it wasn't even a real address. It was like 100 Mile House. You know, it was like they didn't even have real addresses. It was crazy old. Anyway, we got them all basically working now, and I'm starting to put stock on them. So the shelves, and I did want to have the windows open. I was a little bit worried about losing the shelf space, but once we got them up and we extended the shelves over farther against the wall, I didn't lose that much shelf space, and it is nice to have the windows
I'm so happy he didn't cover the windows. I couldn't even, I know I didn't have the vision for it, but at the same time, I think it looks way better with them open.
Oh no,
like
it looks
that.
really good. They look really good going up to the ceiling. It definitely, extremely happy with that wall. It's probably my most favorite part of the interior of that building right now is the shelving. The penny counter, somebody was mentioning, yeah, the penny counter turned out pretty good. Oh, your dad's on. Your dad says,
Right.
"Heidi ho!"
Oh, I just saw him. You see the comments first before
That's
me.
right. I'll do the Dave impression in his
Hi,
absence.
Dad.
Howdy, Dave. So the penny counter took a little while. So far, I've put the old register back on it. It looks amazing. It's got a nice smooth finish, just a little bit of a bump. Penny ceiling next. You know, Josh and I were talking about how difficult it would be to do a penny. First off, you need a lot of pennies to do a whole ceiling. But I think you'd have to almost adhere them onto thin panels and then put the panels in the ceiling. Because could you imagine trying to glue upside down Oh, Kendra says, thank you very much. She sent us a little donation there. She's been watching for 6 months from Portland, Oregon. And we were in Oregon. We had voodoo
Thanks,
donuts.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was worth the wait.
Not too many places you can go and you can get bacon on top of your donut. They had all kinds of weird stuff.
But we
there.
got the classic one with like the the actual voodoo donut.
Wait, didn't they have one with like Tums or something weird on it?
No, they had like Fruit Loops.
Pepto-Bismol, I think. They had crushed
No.
Pepto-Bismol on a donut. Yeah, for real.
That's disgusting.
It is
I don't think you can eat that much Pepto-Bismol.
No, I'm pretty sure. If you're from Oregon, can you confirm whether they have a Pepto-Bismol donut? Oh, they have donuts with mayonnaise, somebody says. I remember seeing one that was pink and
That sounds like a prank donut.
No, that whole place is prank
They
donuts.
said the mayonnaise one.
Oh, like, here, have a donut, and you give it to your kids and then it's full of mayonnaise?
You know what was bad? So the kids ate like the donut, like the body first, and then there were just these little screaming heads left over for them to eat. It was terrifying.
Yeah. But yeah, the penny counter turned out really cool. I like how we're talking about pennies and it went to Voodoo Donuts.
Why the cough? Oh, a lot of people are asking, are your allergies acting up now that you're in the store?
My allergies are, you know what? I went to go get allergy testing done. And they put the little marks on your arm. Like they put little dots all on your arm and then they do a scratch test. And yeah, I was like allergic to everything. I said it would be easier to count the things I'm not allergic to. I had like welts and, you know, hives all over my arms.
But we didn't get the results. The official one's back. Thank you, Janet.
We'll get those. Oh, thanks, Janet. We're going to, yeah, we're going to
You
find
might
out.
have a bit of a cold because Stephen was sick, and then I've had a fever, so you could be.
I'm pretty sure it's allergies.
Yeah.
I was dealing with musty stuff again today, and the addition that's on the back of that building is a little bit rough right now. We have to do some renovations to it, obviously, before it's going to be good. So I just have to stay out of that area for a bit.
So they actually checked it, and there wasn't mold. So, right? They got rid of anything that was.
There was a couple boards that had a little bit of mold, but they took them all out. There's no mold or anything left in that building, thankfully. It's really musty though. Or yeah, I mean, rain has been on OFB for like 20 years, so it's not great. Yeah, so Hans is working tonight, pulling up the rest of the floor. Tomorrow he's taking down some trees. We'll be getting that on camera. We're gonna try and make it, you know, the trees are basically damaging the building at this point, and much as I love trees, maybe if I take a tree down, I'll plant another tree somewhere else. Because I hate taking a tree out, but they're in horrible locations. The yard is really
They're
big.
pretty gangly too. Like there's a lot of on the inside of the trees is like all dead, and then there's like
At the
some
front,
twigs.
yeah. It's not, the trees are not doing much for the yard right now. It's just basically creating dark spaces and cutting off the yard, so.
Hi, bandana grandma.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the general store vlogs. It's kind of like the renovation portion of the Potter's house. I don't have the same, mind you, every day I've pretty much been going out and looking at antiques that other people have. So there's that still sense of, you know, digging around and finding treasures and things like that we got with the Potter's house series. But
Today was a pretty busy day.
today was a super busy day. So Steven has a little motorcycle. It actually fell over in a really strong windstorm a few days ago, or a week ago.
Oh, yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah, not very long ago. And I ordered the parts in. I thought I had everything all fixed. I could not get the part for the brake handle in time. And my friend Harry, who's got a motorcycle shop, popped by today, and he manufactured the part. I had to do a little customizing on it myself when I got it back home here, but now Steven's bike is back up and running. We repaired everything, and I'm pretty sure he's happy. Hey, Steven, are you happy your bike's working again?
They're
playing a video game.
No, it's not a video game. They're playing.
They're playing Monopoly.
They're fighting a box.
Yeah, they're upstairs playing Monopoly right now, so they must be really intense doing it. So I was working on moving shelving with Patrick. Just a really, really busy day. Tomorrow I have my sign painter coming, and we're gonna look at doing the fascia. I'll put a vote out there right now. You probably saw that I painted the fascia, or I guess the header above the doors there. I painted that kind of an off-white to match the trim. Should I paint the whole front the same color, or should I just leave the top part?
The sides of the store are blue.
The side and the back is blue.
Yeah, you know what? Initially, I thought he needed to paint all of it white so that it matched. But when you look at it from a certain angle, and that whole white part is going to be a sign, I vote to keep the little bit of blue in the front.
Because it ties in with the sides.
Yeah, and if we ever changed our minds, it's paint.
Yeah.
We could just paint it after. We could paint it rainbow. Somebody asked quite a while ago why I didn't even know there was a red wall. What are they talking about? Which wall?
Oh,
is the
there's a red wall in the store.
They said why no shelves on the red wall?
Oh, that's what I was doing today.
And I don't remember. Are you going to paint it?
We had to move the shelving for the wall that's red was shelving that we were using, cupboards and stuff that we were using at our current location. So I had to rent a truck and move that stuff all over today. So that's what the mission was today.
It's a lot. Everybody, this is what I knew would happen. Yes, get rid of the blue. Keep the blue. I agree with Melissa. Thanks, Carly.
No, leave it. Paint it. Leave it.
Blue, paint it.
There, it's like, I think people saying keep the blue is outnumbering the people who are saying to paint the rest of it white.
Two-tone, it's what the time period did.
I was doing sort of a mock-up of what we're going to do for the sign. I guess I'll leave it as a surprise. So when you see what I did for the store sign, keep this in mind. Melissa will attest, I've spent hours looking at pictures of general stores on the internet, trying to find out what sort of lettering they used, how they would have painted it, what it would have said. So I wanted to feel authentic. So I'm trying to do something authentic with it. Plus my sign painter friend Dave is coming tomorrow to not only do the lettering for our sign, but he's also going to paint a advertisement on the one exterior wall.
Oh, he's doing both. Good.
Yes, he is.
So somebody said, you know what, my brain told me that it said rubbish, but they said, where is the chicken?
Oh, Steven's chicken? Hopefully it's hidden somewhere far, far away.
That was, what's funny? That wasn't even hammed up for the video. If only you guys knew.
Yeah, he was squeezing. He was like tormenting us.
That was bad. It was, and then when it got home, the dog thought it was for him. So I heard it going off like crazy, and I'm like, "Can you put the chicken away?" And the dog ran away with it, and he was chewing on it. So hopefully, it's never coming back wherever it is.
Yeah. So a couple of questions coming up. One, did the Potter's house sell? Did not have a buyer in the crowd that day. That's fine. We still have it up with our realtor right now. So we're not going to stress too much about it or try to just blow it out. It's a good home. So you have to be patient in a smaller town when you're selling. We have it priced right. It's priced about $50,000 or $60,000 under its appraised value. And I'm not going to go much lower than that, I don't think, because it's just such a good house. So the right person will come along.
Thank you, Justin. And Justin said, "You guys rock." If you ever wonder how I read your comments, now you know.
Yeah. So yeah, people are saying may turn it into a B&B. We thought about that now that I've taken all the furniture out of it.
No, not a B&B. I think if
I know
anything,
we don't want to be really. We thought if it doesn't sell by like September, October, we might put it up as a rental property and find a renter for it. So it'd be nice to have somebody living in it. It's a shame that there's probably people who would love to own or live in that house in that area. We just have to connect them with us. So hopefully my realtor can do that for us, or hopefully maybe they'll watch. Who knows? Oh, look, Jamie is on. Jamie is the fellow I bought the general store from. Hello, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
And actually, funny story. We got the general store because Jamie watches our YouTube channel.
and he's awesome.
And he's an amazing human being. In fact, probably one of the nicest human beings. I mean, we're Canadian. There's a lot of nice people in Canada, but Jamie is even like at the upper echelons of niceness for Canadians.
Yeah.
We're like, that's a nice guy. So he's nice. We're thrilled to have to bought it from Jamie, and Jamie's on with us on the chat, so you can all say hi to Jamie. Wonderful guy. You've seen him in a couple of the videos, I'm sure, and I'll convince him. He's a fantastic guitar player. You should check out Jamie Philp. Look up his music or go to his website because he's got some amazing talent. Jazz guitarist and does all sorts of wonderful stuff. So definitely worth checking out. Jamie, if you want, you can put in you can type a little comment with your website in there too.
Or like a lot of emojis so that it catches.
Yeah, so people know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Did
I'll
he say who he taught?
Oh,
coincidence?
By pure happenstance, and this is how small of a world. Edmonton has about 1 million people or so that live here. It's not that small of a town, but our employee Sean, who you might have heard playing guitar, and people are like, "Wow, that guy knows how to play guitar." Well, Sean learned how to play guitar at school from Jamie because Jamie teaches guitar lessons at the local university at Grant MacEwan. So funny. when Sean heard that I was buying the store from Jamie, he said, "Well, it's my teacher." And then Jamie said, "Yes, I know Sean. He works for you." So it is a very small world, and both extremely wonderful human beings. But maybe Jamie. Maybe we'll get you to come by and play us a little guitar in your former building. We need you to rock out to jam out on camera. So wink, wink, nod, nod. You should come by and see me one of these days at the store and bring your guitar. I'd love to hear you playing on camera. So what else is going on? The store is keeping us busy. We have our current store for sale, the commercial building that our current store is up for sale. That's up right now. We've had a few showings. I think it's going to be easier to sell once we empty it out. And my store is super packed right now. So we're going to try and empty the upstairs completely out, put everything on the main floor and operate out of there for about a month or so while we wait for the zoning approval to go ahead. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I can't believe you bought the store before the zoning went ahead and everything." Well, first off, it's not that easy to find an old general store that comes up for sale, especially one that's in pretty good condition.
For those of you that have followed for a while, if you thought that Alexander was patient at all, you were mistaken. He jumps on things now, which is good though, because that store would have been gone.
That's how you get stuff done, and sometimes fail miserably. But
when we bought the store, a lot of other people had offered after us to buy it. So I think it would have been gone if we hadn't taken it.
Yeah. So I mean, the stars aligned that Jamie found us and a caretaker, and I'm glad that we got it because that area is pretty prime for infill and skinny homes. If you don't know what a skinny home is, basically they take a property like ours that you could fit two little skinny houses. Actually, they're not little. They're tall, skinny, weird-looking new houses. I'm sorry if you live in a skinny home or a modern. I'm gonna say that they look weird for the most part. The ones in Edmonton.
But sometimes they from the outside they look different.
It's like ultra modern architecture.
Yeah.
They're like big squares usually, big rectangles, and they put them in a historic neighborhood. So you have like a Victorian home, and then you got some modern rectangular cubist Bauhaus thing sitting in there. Anyway, I felt like, we saved it from that fate because not many people would be the ones who would want to actually maintain and use a little general store like that. So we are very excited that's all come together. Let's see. The other thing is with the building, it gives us some space, a yard that we can perhaps expand and do outdoor sales or maybe a little market. When Harry came by to visit today, we looked at the parking lot across the street at the community hall and we both said, "Oh, look, we could do a motorcycle show right there in that parking lot." I thought, yeah, I could do all kinds of stuff because there's a community hall right across the street from us and there's a nice big parking lot, so we could do an antique show. Yeah. We thought we could host another antique show and do it at that hall.
And support the community.
Of course, support the community. Yeah. We love supporting the community.
So Jamie wrote you back and said, he put his emojis and stuff. "I will come and make music at your store for sure, especially if Alex will sing." Yeah,
I will. Sure, I will sing for it. But I don't know what we're gonna sing yet. We'll have to discuss that and see.
Robert said those cubes sell for $645,000 US.
Yeah, those rectangular cubes are pricey. They are like $500,000-$600,000. So you can see why they would just knock down a little general store like that if they felt like they could make a bunch of money off of the land. So saving history, and Jamie, since you're on right now too, I was contacted by the city of Edmonton, who is very interested in maybe making that into a historic site. They've actually phoned me 3-4 times. I didn't reach out to them. In this case, the city of Edmonton is saying, "Hey, we should talk. That needs to be a historic site." So the work that you and Brenda did to bring that property back to its former glory, and the work that Josh, Dakota, myself, and Hans, and everybody involved is going to do to make the interior feel right, is doing wonders, I think, for the city of Edmonton, for that neighborhood. I'm very excited about it. And we'll be chatting with the city about getting it designated as a historic location. So hopefully nobody can tear that thing down, at least not easily anyway.
That would be good.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
So more videos coming there. Have some more adventures planned. We went out to, let's see, what were we doing? I went out this morning and we got some, I went to a guy's basement and pulled some very heavy things out of his basement. I did nothing but moving today. I'm probably gonna be really sore in the morning. I occasionally get like a pinched nerve in my back where it feels like you can't move. Feel fine now.
Bit. It's like he's like completely out of commission. He still goes out and does some
Oh, yeah.
heavy.
I just waddle around and do my same thing. I mean, who's gonna let
He
a
can
sore
barely
back?
reach his feet to pull his socks on.
Yeah.
And then it's like
When my back goes out, not
Yeah.
all the time. I can reach my feet just fine, thank you very much, unless my back goes out, and then I can't.
yeah.
So yeah, after moving all this extremely heavy stuff, which you will see what I moved on the next video, and thank goodness I had Patrick with me too. It was a day of moving really heavy things and really stupid stuff. But some of the things that I moved out of my store were probably going to be the worst things to move. So, and they're just done. It's dealt with now.
Oh, that'll make you sore too. I forgot that's what you were doing with the truck.
Yeah. Yeah. And Patrick has is it Smool or Schmool or I don't know. Smool?
Yeah.
Patrick Martin, who you see, Patrick the Ghost Martin, Patrick the that guy, our brother-in-law, not former brother-in-law. We still count him.
We still count him.
Well, I
Patrick,
mean,
if you're watching,
yeah, we count
still
you.
Count you.
You are yes.
He'll always be family. Same with my sister-in-law, who is no longer married to your brother, but I still call her my sister-in-law, which is probably weird for her boyfriend.
And what's funny is that I'm more friends with Patrick now than when he was married to your sister. We spend more time together, which is pretty cool. Now we go out and do things and stuff. So Patrick was with me, and we went on a good adventure today. So Josh and Dakota were working at the store. Lots going on. This is a busy week. The next video is going to be really exciting because there's all kinds of cool stuff happening, so you have to tune into that. So we'll take a couple minutes to answer some more questions for you.
Get a sock puller-upper. I am his sock puller-upper.
I don't recall having to ask you to pull my socks.
I recall. You never forget going next to those feet.
What are you? So when in one instance are my feet stinky at the beginning of the day when I need my socks put on?
Just.
Or have I been working really hard all day and like I took my shoe off? I'm like, oh, my sock's left behind in my boot. Can you put it back on? What?
You pull it out, it makes that noise out of the boot.
True exaggeration. Hey, is like when you lose if you're walking through mud and your rubber boot falls off and you're taking a step and you have to kind of hop on one foot and aim. Have you guys ever done that before when you're walking through like a muddy, swampy, you're like, I don't even know why you're in the field, but you are. Something's happening and your rubber boot gets stuck and comes off your foot and you have to kind of like wobble and aim and get your foot back. You have to navigate your foot back inside of the boot that's stuck in the mud.
You know who is on right now?
Oh, Josh is on?
Josh is on. So if everybody sees Joshua Alexander, he said word.
Joshua Alexander, word, Josh.
Go follow him.
Josh talks like that for real. Yeah. I can't even pretend. I'm just like, I'm a hokey dad, but I've been a hokey dad since I was like a teenager, since I was perceivably I'm never a cool guy, but just like a normal guy.
So
I had dad jokes before I was a dad.
And Casey said they can't find a shoehorn anywhere and they need one. Okay. My recommendation for a shoehorn is IKEA. I'm sure IKEAs are like everywhere. Those shoehorns are like the best of all time.
Yeah, they're like super big, long.
Oh, it was held. Now I released the comment.
Oh, the shoehorn comment?
Funky Aardvark.
Oh, hey, that's a great name. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Actually, I've seen them on before.
So Josh, you're on right now. He went out to go pick up some barn board and stuff. We're really trying to debate what to do with that back room in terms of the paneling, because we want to make sure that it's, in good condition and safe. All that good stuff. So he picked up some barn board. I think we might have to maybe do drywall, and then maybe we can trim it out with barn board or do something fun or funky with it. If the sky was the limit, you could do all kinds of neat stuff on the floor. The wooden floor underneath wasn't in super great shape, so I might have to do some other sort of thing on top of it. We'll see. Hans is working there like we're on this live right now. Hans is probably busy. I don't know. Does he talk to himself when he works, or does he whistle? Does he sing?
You work with him.
I don't know. She knew him when he was a kid.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, I guess you were a kid and he was like a teenager or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid attention. Did you? Somebody said, "Did you get my letter, Connor?"
Connor, I don't know if I got your letter yet. I've gotten a few letters, and we did a Facebook post about some of the ones that came through. But I really appreciate when you guys send us a letter. It's awesome. Today we had one from like crazy. We talked about this earlier. Robert Pendleton sent us, this is part of the boot conversation. This is for your cowboy foot. Stick this on your cowboy foot and you'll be set. Well, I guess maybe not with the license plate birdhouse roof on top, but we should hang this at the general store in one of our trees.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that Alexander let me open up this package, and you never know what's coming in a package from the fans. It's always been something really cool.
Yeah, and Robert said it's going to be weird. That's his company, by the way. I'll hold that up again because I think it froze last time. That's him.
But it's funny because, and he doesn't just do that. We have like there's a whole flyer of.
So you're saying right now that if a bird inhabited this boot for like a year, it would still smell better than my feet after day work.
Oh, you guys.
I don't think I like them apples.
I don't know if he just buys shoes that don't breathe or his foot is rotting away, but there's something happening in there that, I mean.
I'm a hard-working man.
But you smell good otherwise. It's just your feet. He is a trooper.
Because I walk around like a little, what
are you walking
I'm a busy little bee.
The rest of your body smells good all the time.
Well, it's my feet that are doing most of the moving around.
I feel like they're not.
I don't put pit stick on the bottom of my feet.
You should do that. No, I don't think that's gonna help. I think you need like.
They could bottle my aroma.
Yeah, no.
I'm so fresh smelling all the time.
They could bottle your foot aroma to like get answers out of people.
You're saying people would be threatened with the smell of my feet.
You guys, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not just.
Okay. Now my feelings are hurt.
My feet don't smell good either. If it's like a long day in sandals. But
yeah, an exorcist.
So
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of different types of boots and
somebody was asking earlier, how's the keto thing going? And it's not really keto, it's kind of keto that I'm doing. I'm not like in keto, you're supposed to load up on dairy and bacon and I don't know what else. Bacon wrapped with butter wrapped bacon or bacon wrapped butter with like cheese on top. And you're like, I'm gonna lose weight and get healthy. I don't know. You might lose weight, but then your arteries will clog and you'll die anyway.
Yeah.
I've cut out bread and I've cut out sugar. That's what I've done. And potatoes. Yeah, I've cut out a lot of the carby stuff.
Anything really white except for cauliflower.
Yeah, cauliflower mashed potatoes are actually pretty good. Have you ever tried that before?
I use the little hand blender and I blend it until it's really smooth. And today I added other veggies in there and he didn't even know.
Yeah.
But I put a balsamic glaze over the top, like just
You definitely find that you eat different. Like you go to a restaurant and before I might have ordered like a hamburger or a pizza or something like that because it's fun food, I guess, and not really great for you. Now I will intentionally order a salad. But David's asking, am I losing weight? Yeah, I think it's been about 20 to 22 pounds in the last month. So you can't really tell yet, but eventually you'll be able to.
Oh no, I see the comments all the time on my channel, your channel, Instagram. No, people notice.
Yeah, eventually it'll be. Somebody said they lost 100 pounds on keto. I knew a lady once who lost 200 pounds in 1 week. You know how she did it?
Yeah, yes I do.
She divorced her husband.
That's awful.
Yuck. Yeah. So anyway, maybe that's not the best way to lose weight, but that's an old joke. I had to bring that up.
You can tell you look great.
Oh, thanks.
And somebody said, why?
Now we're getting like, sock, they're like giving us all kinds of tips because they think that these fresh feet of mine.
Oh, they're fresh.
Oh, they're like, she thinks her feet when they stink smell like cookies.
Just like cookies.
No, like the worst cookies in the whole world.
Like.
Yeah, she has a weird thought about that. But anyway, I'm not gonna, unlike Melissa, I'm not gonna pick on
I feel like you went right down there. But
I was gonna go there. I didn't say they didn't smell like cookies.
Lost 10 pounds in 1 day. I had my son. Yep.
Oh yeah, giving birth will make you lose weight real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you are, I guess, attempting to try the keto-ish kind of diet, I guess the first thing I can tell you is that you don't have to give up everything that you like. I actually really like, if you want something salty, you can have like a few nuts, you can have cheese and things like that. Oh, April, hey, thanks very much. I'm gonna go. April asked a question. Would change the brown trim. Everything else looks great on the penny counter. Thanks, April. Yeah, the brown trim is actually just the original wood of the countertop that I stuck the pennies to. But yeah, we might do something more interesting with that later on. We don't know.
I think it's not even just, it's the avoiding the sugar and the potatoes and like, you know, white bread
Like
and
white
all
flours
that.
and things.
But I think the other thing is that I don't think it's completely because of keto. I think because of trying to follow that diet at all, that he's more aware of what he's eating. And plus you've been really busy. So you're just eating healthy in general and you're exercising a lot more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm not busy. We're always renovating something or carrying something or moving something.
There's always something actually going on. Somebody said to you, how can you possibly have all this stuff always happening? Legit, this stuff is always happening. We don't even film everything. Because a lot of, I mean, I got comments saying, how do you live your life just filming it all the time? But it's always such a small amount.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about trying it, give it a go. It seems to work out. Would recommend it. I would say feel better, and it's not like a starvation diet thing anyway, where you're not, you know. Anyway,
Yeah. But
it's
you
healthy.
figured
It's
out,
good. It works.
healthier, like the things that you enjoy. You just figured out a way that you could still have them.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not covering that on the channel or anything. We're just kind of bringing that up. Someone asked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. You wouldn't think being an antique store owner is not light work. Like you would think that you're like an 80-year-old man with a bow tie sitting behind the counter. Maybe if you sell teacups and I don't know what else you'd sell, small things, fountain pens and teacups per se, you could be the little guy with the bow tie like that behind the counter. But otherwise, I'm moving Coke machines, I'm moving pinball machines, counters, boxes of stuff. Plus, when I go in and buy antiques, I don't listen. If you are doing this or want to do this professionally, the antique business, I'll give you some advice. I'm going to move this over because Melissa's a little more centered.
Oh, sorry.
This is my advice to you. Your best deal is to buy in bulk. You go into a place. I used to watch American Pickers, and you see them walk past all kinds of cool stuff, and I keep thinking, well, let's ask them how much they'd take for everything. Because sometimes by the time you add up the 6 or 7 things that you want to buy individually, you could have had everything for the same price. We got offered an entire antique store that had shut down again the other day, which I haven't done anything with. But you start picking things out one by one, and before you know it, you may as well just bought the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we have this routine basically of buying in bulk, auctioning off the excess, and then keeping the very best stuff for the store.
Somebody said, do you still have, Caitlin, do you still have the mini Beetle records?
They are gone.
Oh, that's why. She said she sent an email but didn't hear anything back.
Yeah.
Frowny face.
Yes.
It gets crazy. It's not like 5 emails a day. It's like thousands of emails. So even if you are going through in your spare time, you get like to actually answer them, maybe 15
it's
done.
Well, it's not thousands, but there's definitely a lot.
Now there's a
lot of emails.
too.
I'm backlogged a bit on the emails. Every day I'm super busy. Like this is not as somebody said, you know, I'm glad that your show isn't staged. It's not. You guys are just watching what I'm normally doing anyway. I'm just filming as I go. And there's so many things that happen that I don't film too. Sometimes I go into people's houses and they don't really want to be interviewed or have the camera on because they're shy about that. So there are adventures happening all the time. I mean, 24/7 there's stuff going on because when we're sleeping, there's probably emails and our YouTube is up and whatever. But it is absolutely crazy around here. Running your own business is very busy. But the only difference between running an antique store, one of the main differences between running an antique store and running a normal store is that I can't just pick up the phone and order inventory. I can't just email and get new stock sent to me. I have to go out and find it, or I have to get it sent in from you guys. Sometimes people send me pictures and they're like, "Hi, I live in Arkansas and I've got some really cool stuff." That's not my Arkansas impression, by the way. That's just some really keen person who happens to live there.
Oh, there will be a comment.
Yeah. Arkansas
Now
people
you
don't sound like
butchered our
that.
accent.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we buy stuff from all over. So I bought stuff from you guys in the States. I've had people ship stuff from the UK before. So I'm open to buying from pretty much anybody. You know, with PayPal and other ways of transferring money now, it's generally pretty safe. That's eBay, so forth.
Do you remember if you're still on AD? I can't remember what your first name is, but I see you all the time on both of our channels. He was saying that you need to hire an assistant. I thought that too, and then I said, you know what, I'll help you out with the emails. But here's what actually happens is that all the emails are just questions that he knows the answer to. So I read the emails and then I just bombard him with all the questions, and it's all stuff that he can only take care of. It's true.
Yeah.
Even today, I did the messages off of the store phone, and none of them I could take care of. Not one of them. I just got to listen to them and let them know what it was.
Yeah, sometimes it's stuff like, "Hey, Alex, when you were walking through that building, you passed by this or that," and it's like, okay, well, that's something I might have to answer.
Oh, Ashley.
Emailing us is generally the best way to get a hold of us, by the way. Instagram, I'm backlogged a little bit on there right now, and Facebook, but I'd say in order of priority, emails would get answered first, and then probably Facebook, and then Instagram. But Instagram's a good place to see the stuff that's going on at the store that, we definitely get down there. Reading some of the comments right now.
This whole time, Ashley, I thought that you were a guy because of the picture, even though I know that's not you.
Let's see. Oh, somebody's saying get this spot on my cheek checked out. I have a doctor's appointment for that.
You know who nags him about it all the time? This girl.
Actually, Steven nags me about it. None of my kids want me to have any kind of medical challenges with my skin, but I am going to get that checked out because it's not going away. So yeah, that will kind of wrap it up here because it's been like 41 minutes of us just chatting at the screen here. Don't know if I'm going to sell ice cream. I already do sell like Coca-Cola in the old bottles at the store right now.
Don't
so
you need a food license or something for ice cream?
I don't know. It's prepared already. So maybe not if you sell like ice cream sandwiches and stuff.
Oh man, that's...
Yeah, I don't know. We're not really in the food vending business, but we do have a few fun things. Our shop always has a few little fun, interesting little items kicking around, like toys for kids, and you can find something like a historical artifact, or you can find like googly glasses that you put on and the eyeballs fall down. There's always
actually that.
It's very true. The glasses you put on and it's a black horn rim glass, and it has the mustache that looks like Groucho Marx. Well, my friend Harry came in today and he looks like those glasses. He has the glasses and he has a handlebar mustache. So I don't know. I was going to show him the glasses and I thought, well, maybe he's just going to think that I'm mocking him, but it's uncanny that he should patent it. He should be getting money for that because he's already got the look going on.
Did you sell the red lines?
I sold some of the red lines, yes. The cord sold the very first day I got back from Prince Edward Island. But more info, more videos to come. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching tonight. And somebody's saying the new Ghostbusters is being filmed in Calgary, Alberta, which is just 3 hours from here. And yeah, I have thought about going down there. Oh, somebody keeps saying, what's happening with the Isetta? What's happening with the Isetta?
Oh yeah, sorry. I saw that too.
The BMW Isetta that I bought, I have an update video that maybe I'll work on tonight and get that out soon. Essentially, I got sent parts. They made some of those cars in Germany. They made some of them in England. They sent me parts for a German-made car where mine's an English-made car, so they didn't work. So I've been progressing on the repairs, but it's not on the road yet. And I really hope I get it on the road soon because I want to drive it this summer. So more to come on that, but I do have an Isetta video that I'll probably post in the next day or two. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night. And yeah, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.